One of the hardest times for me was during the winter because it gets dark, depending on where you are, around 3 or 4 in the afternoon, like pitch black dark. And so people go to bed like as soon as they get home from work, like around 5 or 6. And it can be really hard, especially during the holidays. When I was out around Christmas time, everyone who we'd been teaching, who we'd been working with, seemed to go out of town for a few weeks right around Christmas. So we had no appointments, but we still had to find ways to stay busy when it was 10 degrees outside and pitch black and people were getting mad at you for knocking on their door at 7:30. That was probably one of the hardest things for me, was trying to find ways to stay busy and ways to be more productive than just tracting, because tracting really isn't that productive. It's better than sitting inside, but it's not the best thing to do. So that was really difficult for me. And then also just a lot of people weren't willing to change. That was a hard thing. I met so many people in my mission where they wanted the gospel in their life and they wanted the blessings that it brought, but they also didn't want to change. They were stuck in their ways and they were used to this tradition and they didn't want to have to do anything different. So that was difficult to work with as well, to help them see that the changes were hard, but it'd be worth it in the end. I definitely realized how blessed I was when I got out there, because there's just a lot of broken families, you know, a lot of things like that. A lot of people who just had terrible families. A lot of smoking's really big out there. A lot of really poor people, because the jobs just aren't as good and it's really expensive to live out there too. So I definitely realized that, but on the other hand, like, it really wasn't that different, because they still, I know, they thought the same way. They still listen to country music, which is perfect. Yeah, so in some ways it was different. It wasn't so much that it was like a shock, it's just more I realized what the world is like when you leave the bubble.